With around 200 countries and more than 7.8 billion people, the world is full of interesting, fun, and fascinating facts. In the land of the Kiwis, for instance, you'll find the highest concentration of pet owners on the planet. And over in Nicaragua, you'll find one of the only 2 flags in the world to feature the color purple. Hungry for more facts about the world and its ever-growing population? Learn some interesting trivia about the Earth's past, present, and future. Glaciers and ice sheets hold about 69% of the world's freshwater. Just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its oceans. According to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world's freshwater resources via the United States Geological Survey. However, that's primarily saltwater. To find the bulk of the world's freshwater, you need to trek to the poles, as 68.7% of it is encased in ice caps, permanent snow, and glaciers. For more facts sent right to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter. The fastest gust of wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles per hour. Hang on to your hats because this isn't your average windstorm. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eyewall produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 miles per hour gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 miles per hour set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. 3 recent dry-outs in Europe were the worst in 2,100 years. Europe has been experiencing serious dry spells and extreme heat since 2015, which has caused major droughts. Research done led by the University of Cambridge looked at isotopes in the rings of old European oak trees in Central Europe which formed over thousands of years to try to pin down the cause. They discovered that the dry spells are a result of human-caused climate change and associated shifts in the jet stream, according to UREC Alert. The best place in the world to see rainbows is in Hawaii. If you're an avid rainbow gazer and want to get your fill of the beautiful phenomenon, look no further than the state of Hawaii. A study published by the American Meteorological Society in 2021 noted that the area's mountains produce sharp gradients in clouds and rainfall, which are key to abundant rainbow sightings. Air pollution, pollen, and a large amount of cresting waves also help to put Hawaii at the top of the list when it comes to rainbow quantity and quality. There are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. Around 80% of Greenland is covered by the Greenland ice sheet, which Britannica explains is the largest and possibly the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciations in the northern hemisphere. But has it always been so icy? Well, at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometers core sample, which was taken in 1966 at Camp Century during the Cold War, researchers found well-preserved fossil plants and biomolecules, which means that the massive sheet melted and reformed at least once in the last million years. 6 whale songs can be used to map out the ocean floor. Fin whales are basically the Barry White of the ocean. The deep, bellowing songs that males use to attract mates are considered to be the loudest of all marine life and can be heard up to 1,000 kilometers away, according to Scientific American. They can also be used to sonically map out the ocean floor thanks to the fact that the sound can reach depths of 2.5 kilometers under the water, which bounces back and provides researchers with accurate measurements. Beyond that, a 2021 study in Science showed how using a fin whale's song can be far more useful and have less of a negative impact on sea life than using a large air gun, which is the typical tool researchers rely on. 7 new creatures have been found in deep-sea volcanoes. Finding previously undiscovered organisms in the depths of the ocean may sound like something straight out of a sci-fi horror film. But a 2020 study of a deep-sea volcano near New Zealand, published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America, uncovered over 90 putative bacterial and archaeal genomic families and nearly 300 previously unknown genera. Some research has linked hydrothermal vents, like deep-sea volcanoes, to the origin of life. So are we looking at the early signs of future land dwellers? We'll have to wait and see. Mount Everest is bigger now than the last time it was measured. Mount Everest may not have physically grown, having reached maturity a long time ago. However, the most recent measurement performed by surveyors representing China and Nepal has the mountain peak standing taller than we'd thought in the past. Previous readings have ranged from 2 feet above sea level in 1856 down to 20,029 in 1955, according to NPR. But after the long process of measuring the mountain with GPS devices, experts have now stated that Mount Everest stands at a whopping 31.69 feet, due to plate tectonics. 9. Climate change is causing flowers to change color. Don't worry, your prized red roses aren't going to turn turquoise overnight. But an increase in UV radiation due to the ozone layer deteriorating over the past decades has caused flowers all over the globe to change. A 2020 study led by Clemson University scientists determined that the UV pigmentation in flowers has increased over time, which has led to the degradation of their pollen. Although we can't see the color change with our eyes, it is a big problem for pollinators like bees who are attracted to the bright colors that flowers produce.